Alright, let's see what the heck we do here. No idea what the heck to make. But there's a bunch of templates here. Oh, these are projects, alright. The templates are, there we go, now we have some templates. Alright, so let's just go back to projects then. Alright, let's see what the heck we do here. Guess we're just gonna go ahead and learn some stuff. Project list. I guess these are all these are all just demos. Okay, so they don't help me at all. Okay, let's just create it. And it looks like there's Pong. Pong right here. So let's go ahead and try to recreate Pong. Why not? My Pong. There we go. We can go ahead and actually not show this because that would be silly. Go ahead and put together all of this. Why are you choosing that drive? Why are you inside the Steam folder? Go up a folder, please. There we go. Oh, shoot. That was, whoops. Okay. Take 3. We could even get this to work. New project. My Sin Knee Pong. Knee Pong. It's going to be a neon pong or something, I don't know. Go ahead and put this in the D drive. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Godot engine, there we go. Then project path. Oh no, we want a second one there. Okay, create folder. I need Pong. There we go. Search folder. Alright. Create and edit. So hopefully it starts out completely blank. Cool. Let's go ahead and open back up the editor here. Awesome, it just automatically found it. Cool, let's go ahead and fit the screen. Transition. Awesome, okay. Great, great, great. So I honestly don't know what the heck I'm doing here, but let's create a 2D scene. That sounds pretty good. What is this? 2D node. Alright. Don't know what that is. Default environment. Okay, so we have a node here, presumably our two-dimensional environment. Add a child node. Viewport. Oh, I have no idea what I'm doing. Just the fun of it, I suppose. Okay, so I guess we need a view. Let's try and run it. Actually, let's try and add a sprite in first. So we want to just go ahead and add a node. Sprite. Yeah, there we go. And the sprite, we should be able to get a texture, new animated, new image texture. Or can I just, oh, here we go, load. Okay, let's go ahead and load that in. Cool. All right, let's hit play up here. The scene has never been saved. Main. Let's save it as the main scene. So it started there, so if I do this, it should be in the center of the screen? Roughly. Except it's a bit smaller. So let's go ahead and switch over to our defined paint here. And go ahead and create some simple assets, I suppose. Oops, why are we doing that? Why are we... Oh, because we're using the same one already, okay. Well, that's going to be interesting. Let's just duplicate, copy, paste, duplicate. No, stuff to deal with my streaming stuff. Window capture 2, yeah, let's just stick with that. Let's go ahead and do that. Great, so now we have paint. And if we minimize it, it's still there. That's peculiar about it. So we want a simple... Sorry, let me go ahead and close my door so the sound doesn't get in. There we go, that should be a little bit better. Alright, let's do 64 width, 48 height. Now I want to switch them. 64 height and 32 width. So we have that. And I just want a simple paddle, I guess. Go ahead and make it a rounded edged thing without aliasing. Give it a fill. Looks like it'd probably be better if we filled outside of it and then gave the inside black. There we go. Okay, cool. So we can go ahead and save this as... Does that show up? No, it doesn't. Okay. Save this as Godot, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, E. There we go. Sprites. Player 1. Paddle A or 1. We'll go ahead and change the color of this to green. Oops. And to do save as. Do paddle 2. Cool. And then we can go ahead and give it another hue change. Give it a nice blue tint. Do paddle 3. Alright, cool. So now we have some assets here. Let's see if those appeared in the engine. Oh, awesome. They just appear right away. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and are we allowed to drag this? All right, awesome. And then we can stretch it if we want to, which makes it completely horrible. Let's actually just make it base 1. It's completely white. Actually, it's in the background real quick, so I should... Oh, you can still see it. Oh, shoot. I can't figure out my scenes here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and make a white one here. There should be some way to make it so you can change the colors of it in there. So paddle base. And then we're going to what did I want to do? Oh yeah, that's right. I want to resize it. And I want to make the height 128. Instead of doing that, because that looks weird, let's go ahead and do 128 resize, and then we will go ahead and put this in here while making it filled in so it actually looks proper. There we go. Much easier. Save as base. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and transition back. We have base here. I want, can I access this sprite right here? Thank you. Go ahead and drag this into here. And then I realize that I actually want it inverted, so let me do that real quick. There we go. Alright, awesome. Oh, I see. This is the canvas right here. Okay, so this area. Okay, so we have this here. Then we want a ball, which is going to be simple. It's just going to be 32 by, or we'll do a 16 plus 8 is 24. Do 24 by 24. Create a nice little ball right there. Invert it. Save as. Ball base. Cool. And so we have a sprite here, but I want to create an object. Object. Because I have no idea how to do this. Let's just make a node. Physics body. Collision shape. Node that represents a collision shape in data 2D space. Documentation. I need you real quick. Step-by-step tutorials 2D. Input map. Start with a kinematic with 2 children. Okay, so we need a kinematic, I guess. Kinematic. What's that? Has no shape. Okay, that's fine. Let's put a sprite in it. And then it needs collision shape 2D. collision shape 2D. And then in terms of the shape, okay. And for this, so I'm trying to figure out here how the frick to give it, because we have this. Now I want to see if I can attach script, make scene root. So project settings, oh okay, input. Project settings, input map. So key up, so it should work? Question mark. Probably should make a window capture so that way it picks up. So. It doesn't look like it's working though, so that's fun. Let's look at this again, I guess. Is stream even streaming? Yeah, that is cool. Left, right, up, down. Vector 2, get function get input. Okay, so let's go ahead and see here. So we want to add a script to it. Okay, attach script. Visual scripts, inherits, yeah, template, default, empty. Well, let's do default. Let's see what that is. Okay, so we have a kinematic body. I know what. Okay, so variables. So that's how this is used. That's right. Okay, call every function, function process, delta, yeah. Function ready, pass. Okay, so it wants, apparently here, there's all this right here. So we have export an integer var speed 200. I know, okay, so that's a variable that creates a speed of 200. Sure. Oh. Excuse me. And then we have the velocities. We have a velocity in the vector 2, velocity x. Velocity equals vector 2. Velocity x plus minus 1. Oh, and then we multiply it by speed. And then we put velocity as, so we get input. So every time it processes physics, we have delta, whatever that means, I don't know. We get the input, and then we say velocity of presumably the physics object equals move and slide velocity. Let's see if we can set up the input maps. because I know what to do. I'm doing here. Can't I just always... Get input, look at get global mouse position. So if I get global mouse position, what is that? Is there any way I can plug it? So I just want up and down here. And we don't want a velocity either, so we can get rid of that. That's fine. Velocity. Actually, no, we do need y equals position vector 2. We want to go ahead and get global mouse position. Oh, or we just get global mouse position. It's already a vector 2. We don't need to turn it into a vector 2. And then every time we get input, we want to re-get the global mouse position. And we want to go ahead and delete these. Velocity is not currently, oh. Let's call this variable y track y track. Actually, I'm just going to use camel casing here instead. So track y, track y. So track y. We don't need these, but so we get the global mouse position, and we get input, and we move and slide kinematic body. Oh, I'm looking at shaders. Why am I looking at shaders? Want to look at functions. Fixes process delta. So we don't want to activate. I guess we do want to activate it every time. We don't want to do move and slide. We want to get input. We want to get input, and then we want to make this object itself have it. So presumably kinematic body 2D dot x. No. Because a lot of these here on this website are using physics, but I don't want to use physics. I just want to Godot. Get local mouse position, rotation equals plus equals mouse position. So I just say y equals tracky. Y is not declared in this current scope. Well, what if I did position.y? Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and test this. Invalid set index. Oh, because it's a vector. Dot y. Yeah, that's what we want. There we go. My bad. Okay, so we got something, except now the mouse. So let's see what does it look like on. So it's a bit peculiar because the mouse is at the top of the screen. It's following the mouse, but it's not actually lined up with that. And that is because we don't have the character starting in the center. How do I get out of this 2D? There we go. So let's go ahead and start this, position this body at least. At there, wherever there is. So we want to actually just, we probably shouldn't even work with that. We should probably just say function ready. When it enters the scene for the first time, we want to say position.x equals let's see here, the sprite is 32, so we want to add another 16 onto that. We could do 48. Actually, we just do position equals vector 2. I'll do 32, and we want to do 0. Yeah. Vector 2 is not declared in this current class. Is that because it needs to be a capital? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So at the beginning, it should automatically set it to be 32 pixels to the right, and it should start at the top, just as the mouse value should. So now we're tracking that right at the top of the mouse here, which is good, but I think we could do better. We could probably take the offset, which the sprite itself, it'd be nice if it could tell us this stuff, and I could just look at it. The sprite itself is 32 by 128, so we just want to go ahead and say 64, or we could probably honestly say sprite sprite dot get, I don't know the functions of this program, so I'm just going to put 64 there. And it should now not track at the top apparently, because why would it do that? I don't know why it wouldn't do that. Or what if we do enable 64? It still always tracks it. So it always tracks it on the top no matter what, which is a bit peculiar. And if we do track y plus or minus 64, we could just compensate that way maybe. There we go. So now it's always tracking the center of the thing, and then we can always also just put that at 8 and put this at 0 because we don't need that. And so now we have a slightly working paddle. Well, I mean, it's working, but that's about as much working as it can. And then we want the AI. So we can go ahead and duplicate this. So we're going to call this player. I'm going to call this AI because I don't have any friends right now. Well, I mean, I do have friends, but freaking. Oh, wait, there's a. Wait. There's a pivot. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so based on the way both these scripts are set up, yeah, it's going to put them on top of each other. So we do not want that. We want to go ahead and go into this script here, and actually I want to check to make sure no one sent me any messages. Awesome. Go ahead and also check to make sure that my audio is coming through. It is. We can go ahead and we want to start this on the opposite side of the screen. So window, display. Area 2D. But what is our global's got get display width. Okay, that is peculiar, but you know what? I'm not going to lie, or I'm not going to argue about it. Okay, so apparently it's some complicated thing here. We're going to get display width minus 8. Values that you set on project settings. Oh, get viewport, get rect. We want the size of the viewport or something, I think, so. Get viewport, get rectangle. Dot size. So if we go ahead and put this in instead. Dot x. And then we could go ahead and run this. And it says non-existent function get rect and base viewport. Okay, well, what is update always, usage 2D, add child's call, duplicate file, find world 2D, get camera, get class, get groups, get index, get instance, get method, node, parent path, property render scene, instance load, placeholder, tree. I just want to get. Why is this too hard to ask for? vector2.size. So can't we just say viewport dot size dot x? Can we just say that? And run get index size based on GD native class script. All right, what if we just say get x? Nope. Certainly not. Should be able to get size, it says. Get underscore size dot x. Get size can only be called from an instant. Is this not an instant? Good. Dot get viewport. Get viewport size. Get viewport, get visible rectangle size. Okay, so let's just do get view report rect size. Invalid operands vector2 and int. So let's just make that x then. And then now there's one over there, but there is, okay, let's go ahead and make that negative 24 then. So that should, oh, no. Oh, 32 plus 8, my bad, 40. Yeah, there we go. But that's not changing. I want a different script. Why is it giving me? Okay, let's change this. Can we change the name of this to? Oh, okay, so how do we rename this? AI script.gd. Player script. Or do SCR player, that'll probably be better format. Create a new folder, scripts. We'll do SCR player. All right. We want to go to here, save as. SCR AI. We could go ahead and for this one, why are these two using the same script? I want them to be using different scripts. Clear script, attach script. Okay, so now they have different scripts. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a little bit of a pain. So go ahead and plop that back into there, and then we're going to go ahead and do 32. Then 48. There we go. Now we have two paddles that are doing the same thing, following the mouse. But wow, we're making progress completely. So, what to do now? Well, we can probably give it a proper background so it looks a little less awful. Oops. But I don't know. I'm not going to do that right now. Instead, I want to go ahead and could I just add a background? No. Parallax background. Canvas. No, I'm not going to worry about that. Not going to worry about that. We're just going to stick to there. Okay, so now we need a ball. So we're going to go ahead and create a new, gonna duplicate, name it ball, and then we are going to create a new script, and we're going to name it SCR ball. And okay, so inherits, we're going to have it inherit, I don't know, doesn't matter, node, yeah, sure. Create. So I want to have it inherit ball. Can I do ball? Actually, I want it to inherit whatever this thing is called, kinetic body 2G. Actually, I want to wait. Why did this get placed? No, you want that in there. Yeah, I want to go ahead and attach that there. Okay, cool. And we're going to extend the kinetic body 2D. So it has all the functions of that. And we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and do that. And when it starts out, we want to set the position. Yep. Position dot or position equals vector 2 this stuff, vector 2 x, get the x dimension divided by 2, and then we're going to get the y dimension divided by 2 as well, so that way it starts on the center of the field all the time, no matter what the size of the screen is. Awesome. And then when it on tick, presumably. So if I go ahead and player physics process, so we want every physics process here. Every physics process we want to have, actually no, first we want to set some variables up, so we want to have var x equals true, var y equals true, and we're going to have these variables be booleans to dictate, actually we're just going to have speeds here, so we're going to have 20 and 20. So speed x and speed y. So these are going to dictate the speed of the ball, which we can process every time we do physics. So I'm going to go ahead and create a function as well called function check collision. I'm so used to JavaScript, or we use brackets, goodness me. Okay. Then we want to go ahead and check. So every time we check collision, we want to check walls, so boundary. So more like check boundary. So we want to check the boundary. We want to check the ball is a what by what object. The ball is 24 by 24. So we're going to also set up some values here. So why can't I just do a bunch? I probably can't. I just don't know how. So var size x equals 24, var size y equals 24. And this is not typically good programming because you want to make it so these values can change based on the ball. Like if you were to import another script into the ball, then you would want to make it so that every time you changed the image of the ball, I don't want to add a sprite, I just want to attach it. Every time you change the image of the ball here, it would make it that oh goodness me, I can't even talk. I'm actually going to be right back, start some water.